Hello everyone and welcome back to Portal 2. Today I'm going to be showing you my final build for my custom level called Sticky Situation. And I guess we'll just get right into it. So for this final build, what I did was improve upon my initial build. I had some playtesters give me feedback on some of the things I could change to make the level better in general. And so I will go through that as I play the level. So let's get started. Alright. So in the main room here, there's not much that I changed. The only thing I changed for this particular room was I added a cleansing gel dropper up here. And I'll explain that at the end because it doesn't really apply to the beginning of the level at all. So let's go into the first room. Alright, so in this room I didn't change anything except one thing. I'll get to that when I cross over and get the block over here. So let's make our way to that. If you watched my last video, you'll understand what's happening here. I have to cross this pit using this gel over here to run across it. Alright. Didn't die this time. Alright. Okay. So like I said, this part was good. Most people liked it, thought it was a good use of gels. So let's use the here. Alright, so you can see in the first build there was a larger wall over here that you could use to, well, that was portal friendly. The reason I kind of changed it and made it one little small wall right here is because in the next part of the level you're going to be using these to traverse platforms, and I wanted to kind of foreshadow that and give people a kind of hint in what they need to do to solve the next puzzle. I just thought that would be a good way to show my level design. In general, it's just kind of some good level design. So, alright, let's put this down. Actually, before I put this down, I'll show you what the cleansing gel does. So there we go. So now it no longer has any gel on it, and that's important for the next level to kind of eliminate a bug that I saw while my playtesters were testing it. Alright, so in this second room I changed, most of my changes were in this room. As you can see, starting off the bat, there's no ramps except this one ramp right here. The reason I changed that is because many people who were playing this part of the level were confused. They weren't entirely sure what they had to do. They obviously know they had to traverse these platforms in here, but they didn't know what they were supposed to do in terms of using the gels. So I wanted to make it a little more clear to what they had to do. So I moved the blue gel, you'll see that it's no longer here, and I kept the orange gel here. So now it's kind of obvious what you have to do. You have to use the orange gel to go up onto this platform and shoot yourself kind of up on here. So let's do that. Spread that gel out. Alright. Hopefully I can make this jump. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. There we go, I made it. Alright, as you'll see, I put a little fizzler here that will eliminate all my portals that I previously created. And the reason I did that is because I didn't want the players to use the orange gel to traverse these platforms, because it wasn't my intention for the level, and it just adds more confusion, I think, to the level. I think it's more obvious to just put the blue gel here. This is where I moved it into the center. I wanted the players to be able to access the blue gel anywhere they were in this area, because before it was over here, and if you accidentally misplaced a portal, then you would kind of screw yourself in a way. You wouldn't be able to complete the level, and that's not good level design if you can't complete the level because of one simple mistake you made. Well, in my opinion, at least. So let's traverse these platforms. So this is, again, where that foreshadowing came in. You use these little platforms coming down from the ceiling to traverse. Now people, because they did it in the first part of the level, will kind of get a little understanding in the way that they have to do it. Alright. I also fixed the platforms a little bit as well. The ones that you have to land on. These ones are the same over here, but the ones over here are a little different. I figured it would just be easier to traverse if I aligned things a little better. Made it so you don't just fall off onto the edge like this doesn't. Let's roll over here. Gotta be careful of this ball. I want it to be like that. Keep it in kind of like a little challenging factor. Oh. It's bouncing on me. Also right here, apart from what I was just saying, let's just let it bounce, actually. Yeah, we'll just redispense anyways. There we go. But right here, you can kind of place all your portals before you even jump. That's a good strategy, I think. Or you can go as you want. Doesn't really matter as long as you place them in general. Alright. And I will show you one last thing before I leave. So let's get this covered with some gel. Just in case, say you were to do that. Alright, so I made it through. Seems a lot easier than it used to be, but I think that's just me getting used to it. Alright, so let's just say, I guess I can't really do that because it's on it. Let's just say I wanted to put it down. Okay, see how it's going to bounce like that. So the whole point of escaping is to place this down. See, it opens this door right here. But because when you place it down, it just bounces. That's a problem, and I figured that out when I was testing my level. So I put this cleansing gel here, so I can kind of just clean it off before I place it down. And that way, it won't bounce away on me, and it'll let the players exit the level. Alright, and then I'm done. So that's some of the improvements I made. Everything's generally the same, except most of my changes were in this area. I wanted to make it a little more clear in what people had to do, because they were getting confused in how they were supposed to combine the gels and use it. But overall, most people liked my consistency in the gels that I use. Over here, I kind of introduced them, and then over here, I expand upon that, and you're supposed to kind of use your skills to solve the rest of the puzzle. Obviously, me just going through it seems so easy, but it's a little more difficult when you start. It's going to be that way. I didn't want it to be too challenging, the level overall. I wanted anybody to be able to play it, but, you know, I kind of learn from what starting off, get a little better at it. Yeah, so that's my level. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me any feedback. Maybe I can expand upon it in the future if you want. So thank you.